Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdomcraft with me, RENDOG. In the previous episode, Iskal was helping us set up the foundations for what is slowly becoming the Molemart Caravan Emporium. And in this episode, my friends, I'm going to be taking you around the Mountain Kingdom to show you some of the amazing work the other Kingdom Crafters have done before heading to the Molemart Caravan Emporium to do a little bit more work on that build. I'm also going to be reading another book of lore sent in by one of you guys and putting you into the library. So it is going to be a jam-packed episode, my friends. I hope you are ready for some Kingdomcraft SMP. Well, my friends, before you lies two incredible bits of work that have manifested themselves since we were last together in a solo Kingdomcraft episode. Firstly and foremostly, man, we are looking directly into the depths of a giant maze monument. And this was a maze monument idea sent in by one of you Kingdomcraft viewers out there. And there in the distance over there, guys, you can see the roof of the library of Kingdomcraft here. And Iskal, Python, and Cub were hard at work this weekend getting that roof built. Man, I cannot wait to show you guys what that looks like. First and foremost, guys, let's get ourselves through this sweet-ass maze. How awesome is this place, man? If you guys haven't seen the construction of this yet, go have a look at the collab episode from the weekend, either on Iskal, Cubfan, or Python's channel. They built this maze together, and man, it is so freaking awesome. This was an idea sent in by one of you cyberdogs. It was put into a book and added into the library of Kingdomcraft here. And I gotta tell you something, my friends, that roof is just looking absolutely epic, man. This is a super advanced Minecraft roof if I ever did see one. There is a ton of detail going on over here, man. Check at the use of upside down stairs and stairs all over the place. There's slabbage up in here. There's this beautiful mixture of andesite and stone brick building the foundations of the roof. That looks absolutely awesome. And you know what, man, I really love the way that this roof is slowly starting to turn out, and I think Python did a lot of work on making a sort of dome roof in the center of the library. Check it out, guys. Let's look directly up. That is looking absolutely gorgeous, man. This place is just looking so sweet. I love coming in here. It is so awesome, man. And I do believe our library rack is slowly but surely starting to pick up. Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look in here. Yeah, we've got a ton of books now slowly starting to get into the library, and we've got one more book to add today, guys. And that's what we're going to start off today's episode with, a little bit of lore that actually relates quite nicely to my current build, which is the Molemart Caravan Emporium, which is slowly but surely going up behind this little hillock over here, man. Absolutely awesome. So why don't we start today's episode off with that, guys, and then we'll go on a little tour around the world to see what else the other Kingdom Crafters have done. Once upon a time, a flood descended from the top of the mountain while caravan traders were staying in the Mountain Kingdom. It was after this, when they removed the mud, that they discovered a secret cave. The caravan traders believed this was a great spot for a black market. Then one of the caravan traders decided to make a water feature to make customers joyful, and a secret entrance for the black marketers was created. Well, what an absolutely awesome bit of lore from the Prince of Japan, man. That is absolutely sweet. And you know what, my friends? That has got my creativity juices a-flowing. And I'm going to be talking today a little bit about what I think we should be doing with that lore and how that can actually inspire our current Molemart Emporium build. Now, guys, let's get up here to the viewing balcony of the Library of Kingdomcraft and have a look across here. As you guys can see, we're starting to see a lot of work going on over here. Iskal has made a giant ass, basically a huge cow pen for some steakage action, which I appreciate a lot, man. I've been missing some steak up on this server, so that's looking sweet. What else has been going up on around here? There is an amazing little house that Krillic has built all the way back there that I'm going to be showing you. A few more roads have popped up, and man, I've been working my butthole off on that Caravan Emporium over there. Cannot wait to show you guys exactly what I have done. Right, so let's get down into the Mountain Kingdom to do some crafting, guys, and let's talk a little bit bit about that lore suggestion made by the Prince of Japan. And you know, in the previous episode, I was talking a little bit about the lore that surrounds the Molemart Emporium or Caravan Emporium. And the idea is that Molemart is a giant global guild, a giant corporation that has basically spread its corporate tentacles across the multiverse of Minecraft. And one of the Molemart Caravan troops has entered the Mountain Kingdom over here and set up camp behind this mountain. Now, I mentioned in the previous video that they have been here for about, I don't know, about 3 or 5 years. They came here initially to do a little bit of trading, and they liked it so much and business was so good that they decided to stay. And what the Prince of Japan has suggested is that they found a cave that would suit them for a black market. And we have already been digging out a bit of a cave over here. Oops, I'm noobing out, man. We've been digging out a cave inside of this mountain, and I think that is an absolutely awesome bit of lore to support the existence of this cave. And what the Prince of Japan also suggested is that there was a giant flood, and that flood, once the waters had cleared, showed an entrance into the black market, which became the secret entrance into the black market, and was what revealed the black market to the Molemart caravanners. And I'm thinking, guys, the Kingdom Crafters and I have been trying to get some water into this mountain kingdom. We've been thinking about a water feature, or perhaps a small stream or a small river or something like that. And what I'm thinking is maybe we could have some sort of a waterfall that comes down from this mountain and sort of makes its way through the mountain kingdom somehow, and eventually ends up into the side of this little hillock over here. Maybe you could actually end up right here. And if you actually swim into the stream, this is my thinking, you could go through a secret waterfall entrance that will take you directly into the black market. And I think that is a really awesome idea and a pretty awesome way to get some water into this kingdom. We got some lava, but I do think we need a little bit of water, and maybe what we need to do is think about making a little bridge. So if that river sort of, or the waterfall came over the mountain here and sort of started to flow through here perhaps, maybe we could have a little bridge across the river over here, and then maybe the water could, that might not work so well. Maybe the water needs to come down here so that it's sort of at the top of this ridge. Maybe the little river could flow all the way along here next to the road, sort of following the road, and then maybe we could have a bridge right here, and then the river could go down here, sort of meander past the Python tool mound, come around the corner and go directly into the black market. I think that could work quite freaking nicely if I think about it. Sounds like a ton of work and a ton of terraforming, but hey, I'm up for it, man. That sounds like a sweet idea. Now, before we actually start working on today's build, guys, there is one more amazing structure that has popped up in the Mountain Kingdom, and this was built by none other than Krillic, and it is a little house. We've been talking a lot on the server about getting some houses up here, and you know what, my friends? This design is absolutely freaking stunning. I love it, man. There's another creeper over here that needs to meet his maker. Go back to the hell from which you spawned, you green bastard. But check it out, guys. This is just looking absolutely beautiful. I love this, the compactness of this little house. I think it's really, really well done. And if we come around the back here also, you can see that Krillic has spared no expense on detail all the way around the house. I love the little cracked bricks every now and then. Looks absolutely awesome. I'm loving the iron bar windows. It looks freaking sweet, and I love what he's done here with the leaves, and of course his trademark beneath the leaf glowstone effect over there just makes this little house pop when the sun goes down. Now, the most beautiful thing about this house is when you actually go inside. Look how nice and elegantly done this little entrance is. So awesome, man. Check it out. When we come inside, it's just so comfy in here. We've got a nice little hearth going on over here. There's an armor stand for whoever lives in here, and even though this is a very, very small and tiny little house, I think it's done really, really well. I love just the little things, man. Like this little window over here, this sort of medieval, like eyeball hole, I guess you would call it. Looks absolutely sweet, and we've got a slit here too that looks into the tailor's and blacksmith area over there, and I suppose this is probably the house of the tailor and the blacksmith. Perhaps the blacksmith is the guy and the tailor is the lady, and this is where they live. Looks like it's a double bed, so yeah, there's definitely some action going on up in here, you know what I'm saying, people? But that is an absolutely beautiful structure. I love it, guys, and man, give Krillic some props in the comment section, because damn, this is a beautiful, beautiful build. Now, that is pretty much the last of the big builds that has gone up since the previous episode. We have a really nice view of the library of Kingdomcraft here from here. Check it out. Man, I just love that roof. I think this building is just so beautiful. It's so imposing on the landscape. It really feels like a really important structure, you know, like something really important has popped up, and man, so awesome. And I just love how it sort of looks over all of the kingdoms in all of the directions, and of course Python's staircase is just, it's something beautiful to behold, man. And check it out, guys, the cow farm is just absolutely massive right now. I've actually been breeding a ton of these cows myself, because there wasn't many of them when when Iskal had finished with the landscaping over here. You can see has added, as we saw in the previous episode, a whole bunch of coarse dirt, basically representing the cow splattered ass that's coming out of the backsides of these cows, man. But check it out, it's a beautiful place. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's head over to the Molemart Caravan Emporium. And I have been working my butthole off on this bad boy. I've spent at least 2 to 3 hours on this build so far. And it is starting to look pretty awesome. And you guys who watch my Minecraft Survival series might recognize this banner. Yes, Molemart is starting to basically impose itself upon this multiverse of Minecraft. And as you guys can see, the Caravan Emporium is starting to take shape beautifully, man. And what I've done, I think I've probably got way too many of these banners up at the moment. I think we've probably gone overboard on the banners. Mostly inspired by my survival world. In my survival world, I have a ridiculous amount of these banners all over the Molemart Emporium, but I don't think I want to have too many of them up here. I think I just want to have some banners at the entrance over here, and also just at the entrance. So if we're thinking from a Molemart corporate perspective, when we have new travelers coming into Kingdomcraft, I want them to see the Molemart banner over there, just to let them know this is where Molemart is at. I've also added a roof around the top of all of the caravans now, and I've started to work on the bottom side of the caravans too. And this was an awesome idea given to me by one of you cyberdogs. I've added buttons to the wheels, which sort of completes the effect, doesn't it? It really makes these logs look like wheels now, which is really awesome. And I've also been working on trying to incorporate some other blocks into this build. I've been using some iron bars. You know, obviously at night there may be vagrants wandering into the mountain kingdom from that forest, and we don't want them sort of crawling into the Molemart Emporium, or the Molemart Caravan Emporium anyway, and sort of stealing the expensive wares. So I've got a whole bunch of these iron bars up to try and keep those vagrants out. And it looks like we actually need to increase the number of bars over here, because if you crawled, you could actually get in there. So why don't we do that like that? That looks pretty sweet. I've also sort of extended the size of the caravan platforms a bit too. So I think that looks pretty awesome. And I think I still have a ton of buttons to add around here too. So why don't we just make a whole bunch of buttons? Man, my inventory is once again completely jam-packed. You know, since I started playing on this server, guys, I have been crafting so much. And it's one of the reasons I'm enjoying working on the server a lot, is because it's really pushing me to do a lot of crafting, and a lot of very intricate crafting too. And what I'm trying to achieve here is a look that maintains the visuals of a caravan. I still want to be able to see that this actually is a caravan, but I want it to feel like these caravans have been here for a very, very long time, and that slowly but surely the traders have built up the walls around these three caravans to create almost a permanent structure. And I think that's starting to look really awesome. I've added a whole bunch of cyan carpets into the center of this Molemart Caravan Emporium, and it's sort of, I think it looks pretty cool, like with the bits of wood over here. There's a little bit of green carpet there too, and some coarse dirt here too, and a couple of breaks down in the floor also, just to sort of create a very worn looking floor. You know, this is not a floor that is tended to. It's definitely not swept on a daily basis. And what I've also done, guys, is I've added a Molemart carpet to each of the caravans, which I think is a pretty nice touch. I think it might be a little bit too much though. You know, it's quite imposing, and the white sort of stands out quite a lot. But I kind of like that. I think it's quite cool. I think it's a nice little effect going on over here. Looking pretty sweet. And what I still need to do, guys, is sort of work on the roof. I want to finish off the roof today. That is my mission. And we also need to start working on the black markets over here. And going back to the Prince of Japan's idea, I guess that the river would probably sort of come in over here. This is kind of where the secret entrance would be, right? That feels like it could work. I'm actually curious, man. Why don't we just dig through here and see where this comes out? I really like this idea. Is this coming out exactly where we sort of said it was going to come out? Kind of. Oh, it is actually. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that comes out in exactly the right spot here, man. That is absolutely awesome. So we could work on a nice little secret water entrance here. So if you want to get into the black market via the secret entrance, I think that could actually turn out to be very sweet. But yeah, guys, this place is looking awesome, man. And there's a little present for me here. Dear Rendog, enjoy. And we've got a note here that says, see Iskal's or Cub fans video for reference, smiley face. Man, I am curious. What have the guys given me, man? Let's make some space in my inventory. Let's have a look, man. What do we got in here? we got some educated bacon. Oh man, that is awesome. And I think I know what that's about. I think in the collab episode there was a pig wandering around the library taking out library books and possibly taking out the library books without getting a card. And I think that may have angered Cub Fan, and Cub Fan seems to have turned that pig into some educated bacon. So thank you, Python, Iskal, and Cub Fan for that present. That is freaking sweet. Oh man. Alright, I am now in the mood for some crafting, guys, and I'm just so freaking stoked with how things are turning out around here. And actually, you know what? The first thing that we can do, let's start off small. Let's get all of the wheels of all of the caravans completed here with some button action. Because that needs to get done. This carpet needs to move. There we go. And that, oh man, I really like this. I think it adds like another little texture into this build, which is pretty sweet. We've got a bit of green carpet here also. Why don't we put a bit of green carpet like that? There we go. Alright, so the wheels are kind of looking complete, which is awesome. And I do want to get myself a little bit of dirt so that I can show you guys how I've been working on the roof. Is there some dirt in here? Yeah, there's a nice juicy stack of dirt. Alright, let's stack ourselves all the way up into the roof section of the Caravan Emporium here. And maybe we'll go up a little bit more so that we can kind of get an idea of what we're working with. So what I've already done is I've completed one of the roofs of the caravan. This is the biggest caravan, the main caravan, I guess. And what I'd like to do is complete the roofs of the other two caravans, and then that'll give us an idea of how much more of the roof we need to fill in. What I've done is I've made a sort of border out of dirt to show you where I want the rest of the roof to fit. And I want the roof to kind of be like an octagon shape, like I was talking in the previous video, because that's quite it's a Rendog kind of thing. You know, I like to do these octagon shaped buildings, and I suppose it's a sort of hark back to our survival world too. So that's looking pretty sweet. And yeah, I suppose the best thing for me to do actually now is to finish off the roofs of these caravans and then bring you guys back, and we can have a quick look at what that looks like and then work out how we're going to finish the rest of this roof. So I'm gonna get that done, guys. I'll bring you back in a second. Alright, my friends, welcome back. I have just finished adding the roof to the second smaller caravan over here. As you can see, man, it is looking pretty awesome. Just need to make sure that the details are all looking pretty freaking good, man. Looks like we still need to add a few more details around the corner there. But if we go all the way up, we can now see that these two roofs are looking pretty much identical. That is pretty awesome. I think what I do need to do, though, is add some different colored wood or something like that into some of these roof sections, just to sort of break up the spruceness of it, I guess. But for now, we're just going to go with finishing off the foundations for the roof, and then we can work out the details a little bit later. But what I want to do with you guys now is work on the roof of this other little caravan over here. And I think that I can remember the pattern that I used. Let's see if I can nail it. Alright, so what we need to do is start with an outline of spruce slabbage all the way along the top half of this log like this. So let's just get rid of these noob vators around here. And I think I'm probably going to run out of spruce wood slabbage here. But what we need to do is go all the way around the circumference of the caravan like so. Then the next step up is going to be stairs, spruce wood stairs. So this is going to go all the way like that. Let's get onto the top here. There we go. Now so the next level is going to be spruce wood stairs like this. We're definitely going to have to craft a few more of these suckers, I think. It's going to go all the way around the circumference like so. And then the final step is going to be another row of slabbage to complete the actual roof. So let's just get the slabbage installed like this, and then we can make a few more spruce wood stairs. And we ran out of plankage too. Oh man, it looks like we are running dry on spruce wood. All right, let's make like 4 stairs. 8 stairs, that's fine. We actually have some spruce wood logs in here, so let's just make a whole bunch of plankage and make a whole bunch of slabbage. And we need to get up there again. The sun has gone down though. We better go and sleep this night away before we get our asses creepified up in here, man. Oops, that is the wrong freaking block. I think I'm tempting fate here, my friends. There's absolutely no lighting around here whatsoever. This is not good. Come on, baby. Face the right way around your butthole. No, that's the wrong way around. All right, I'm gonna go and sleep, guys, and we'll carry on when it's safer. All right, here we go, guys. The last 2 stairs into the roof of this caravan. There we go. Sweet. So now all of the caravans are looking nicely built. That is looking really, really awesome. And what we now need to do is work out how we are going to create a roof that's going to cover this sort of central bit over here. And this is going to be the very, very tricky bit. What I've done is I've kept the outline of this dirt going so that we can sort of see exactly what I was thinking. But now that the roofs are completed, I'm not entirely sure that that is going to work out exactly how we want it to. Because what I was thinking about doing was adding like kind of like maybe like a dome effect that would go over all of these roofs. But now that I think about it, maybe what we need to do is add something that's a little bit more crude, something that might be a little bit more, I guess, primitive, I guess. You know, if we're thinking about how these guys actually made this place, they probably just slowly but surely collected sort of bits and pieces here and there to build up the walls and to build up the structures. So if we just made like a few, used a little bit of andesite and maybe a little bit of cobblestone. Let's mix in a bit of cobblestone in there also. Where have I put all of my cobblestone? I think it is up in here. Yeah, there's some cobblestone. And I think what they probably would have done is just added a kind of roof into this corridor over here. I don't think they would have gone out of their way to build a sort of dome structure. And you know what, guys, this is a really good example of how a build can slowly take shape in a different way than you originally thought of. You know, in your brain, you have a very good vision of how you actually want the build to turn out, but in reality, maybe it turns out a little bit differently. And I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, man. I think you should just let your imagination take you where you want in this game. And if your imagination wants to go down a weird, crazy route, then that's cool. And if it wants to sort of go back to a more sort of traditional build or a more interesting style, then I think that's also absolutely perfectly fine. But here we go, guys. This is looking kind of sweet, and I'm thinking what we should do is maybe this could be a pillar of like sort of mixed cobblestone, and maybe we get a cracked stone brick at the top of it. And this can probably be like a little arch that they might have put up, I guess. So maybe something like this, supported by spruce wood, like so. Maybe this needs to actually come all the way in here. Let's get rid of this block. Where does the spruce wood actually go? If we made these fences come all the way here, there we go. So it's going to connect to the roof. There we go. That looks pretty good. And I suppose we do the same thing here. So these spruce wood fences are basically supporting this little bit of roofage that they try to stick up, I guess. So that's looking awesome. And I think what we could probably do, can we carry on with the fence over here? Yeah, why don't we carry on with the fence? All right, here's what I'm thinking, guys. What I've done is I've basically created 2 supports at the different entrances of this corridor over here. And possibly what we could do is create some sort of, I don't know, some sort of a link between the 2. And what I'm thinking about is trying to use some carpet or something like that to complete this roof design. And maybe what we could do is complete the roof with spruce wood fences like this. I think we got loads of spruce wood fences, and the roof could basically be like this, as if the guys had thrown up a whole bunch of like logs and sticks and tied them together with rope or string or something like that to create a sort of solid roof like this. And then what we could possibly do, I don't know if this is going to work, let's see if carpet can actually create a little roof effect over here. Oh man, that is actually pretty cool. And what we could do is add a whole bunch of carpet up here. I think I've trapped myself up in this hole over here. Hold on, let me just get out of here. And what we could do is maybe make different colored wool. Maybe we could make wool out of, we could make like some brown wool and maybe some green wool to show that it's sort of mossed over and kind of disgusting. And maybe what we could also do is mix in some dark oak wood fences here also to show that, you know, they've tried to shield this corridor from the elements and from the rain and all of that stuff, but the rain has been going through the materials that they've been using for the carpeting, for the roofing, and that could actually look pretty awesome, man. So I think I'm going to make a few more dark oak wood fences. I'm going to go and see how many bits of brown wool I can make, and green wool for that matter too. And I'll bring you guys back on the other side of this kaplan when we have something a little bit more interesting to look at. Alright, welcome back my friends. I've just gone to gather an assortment of different materials for this little roof build of ours, and I've got some black carpet, some green carpet, some spruce leaves, some dark oak wood fences and some spruce fences, and I'm just trying to sort of mix and mash, I guess, the different materials that we're using to create the roof here in the Molemart Caravan Emporium. I think it looks pretty cool. It's a very weird kind of build. It's certainly not something. I've never done anything like this before, and I have no idea whether it's going to work or not, but it's one of the things that I'm really enjoying about this particular series and this server is that it's kind of testing my creativity to the freaking max here, man. I'm experimenting with different styles and different builds that I've never done in Minecraft Survival before, so I'm really enjoying it, guys. And I don't know, maybe it's a little bit too much, maybe it's a little bit too weird, but I don't know, man. To me, that looks kind of freaking sweet. And I guess the true test will be when we look up into the roof from inside of the Caravan Emporium. That's the most important thing, because, you know, not a lot of people are going to be spending time on the roof here. All of the action is going to be down below. So we want to make sure that it looks absolutely pimps McFreaking daddy from down there. And I'm pretty sure that it's starting to get pimpified right now, man. This is starting to look pretty awesome. Very, very weird roof build, I must say. And, you know, if it turns out to be butt ugly, we can just rip it down and try something else. But there we go. That sort of made the foundations of it. Now, let's experiment a little bit with adding some of these carpets to the roof structure. There we go. Add a bit of black like that. I think the black wool looks really nice, doesn't it, man? That looks pretty cool. It looks like it's been here for ages. And it's kind of filthy, you know, filled with the pollution of the industrial area of the Kingdomcraft Mountain Kingdom. There we go. That looks pretty cool. And then we can just chuck in a few bits of cyan. Also, cyan is of course a part of the color scheme here. So there's no doubt that the traders would have got some cyan material from the tailor over there, which they have used liberally in the construction of their roof. Very clearly. Let's break this up a little bit. It's looking a little bit too like a Jamaican flag or something, or a Barbados flag. Green, blue, and black is Barbados. Oh man, I think I probably just embarrassed myself in front of you, Barbadian. Oh god, it's getting worse. Apologies to any of you guys watching from Barbados, man. I am a geography noob, clearly. But there we go, guys. That's actually looking quite cool, I think. No, I don't like that. That's looking a little bit too funkylicious for my taste. Maybe what we can do actually is add some of these leaves on top. Oh yes, that actually works quite nicely. It's almost as if like they've sort of, you know, some plants have taken root inside of the wood of this roof like that, and have started to sort of sprout, I guess. And I think we want to add a few gaps here and there so the rain will actually come through, which I think will be a really cool effect when it actually rains. But there we go, man. So that's what the roof looks like from up here. I guess the real question is what it looks like from down below. So there's only one way to figure this one out, my friends. Let's just clear away a little bit of this. Just make sure this is looking all sweet. Just get a block like that. Probably add like a, yeah, let's add something like that. I just want to make sure everything is looking fun up here. And yes, it is looking sweet. All right, let's get down into the corridor, guys. This is the true test right now. Let's see what our brand new crazy roof is going to look like. And yes, it is a crazy ass roof. All right, let's take ourselves into the Molemart Caravan Emporium and look up. I think that looks pretty awesome. What do you guys think? I think that's looking pretty sweet. I can't quite tell. I kind of feel like I want another... oh man, I'm going to have to go all the way out of the kingdom here to get another bit of leafage. There we go. I don't want to bust up anything in here, man. You know, as Kingdom Crafters, we have a lot of respect for each other's builds, and every single block that someone else has placed down, I'm never going to take down without permission. So I kind of want another grass, another bit of... Oh no, that's not good. Maybe like that. And maybe what we need to do is add a bit of carpet on top of the leaves. That could be an interesting effect. Let's do that, man. Let's just do it every now and then. We don't have to go cray-cray with it. But for example, let's just add a bit of carpet on top of that leaf and that one. Maybe over there. Maybe that'll help to break up the monotony of the leaves. Because I think the leaves look a little bit out of place in the roof. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's actually, I really like that, man. I think that looks really cool. The carpet on top of the leaves. There we go, guys. Well, I think that's looking badass, but I can't really tell. It definitely looks better now that the sun is going down. It's not good news for us, though, and I don't have any lighting at all in here. Are there any even torches around here? I think there may be some torches in here. Yeah, there's a couple of torches in this chest. Let's just, like, get up a couple of torches. I kind of like the eeriness of the place, though, right? It's looking kind of eerie and kind of cool. I don't even know where to add these torches. I guess we'd probably just add one sort of... Oh, we can't add it there? We can't... Oh my goodness, where are we going to add these torches? Let's just get it into the center for now. Oh man, the roof looks even better at night, doesn't it? Looks really cool. I think we need the carpet to sort of overhang over the edges there. So I'm talking about over here. Maybe we need to extend the carpet in that direction. I think that's looking pretty badass. What do you guys think, man? It's definitely got a feel of like an old sort of caravan-y market, right? And I think maybe what we need to do is extend a few of these fences also. Let's just... Do I have any more spruce fences? Yeah, I've got some spruce fences. So I'm thinking we just like add a few extended fences like this. Just so that it's not so uniform. And maybe we could hang glowstone from some of these things that are hanging down. That could work pretty nicely. There we go, guys. I think that looks really sweet. Alright, guys. Well, you know what? Unfortunately, we have run out of time in today's episode, but I cannot wait to read the comments on this video to see what you guys think about this new roof. I think it's looking pretty awesome, and I'm very, very pleased with how the Caravan Emporium is turning out. And I can't wait for you guys to let me know, man. What do you guys think? My only concern with the Caravan Emporium right now is that I want it to still look like there are caravans that have been turned into a permanent structure. That is my ultimate goal, and I think from this angle I don't really like the way the leaves look up there, and I think we have a zombie incoming. Yeah, we do! Back up, son! I'm in F8 mode and I just broke someone's freaking leaves because of you, you butthole! Eat spade to your zombie butt. Eat it. Oh man, I better get into the safety of the kingdom. Anyway, guys, I can't wait to see what you guys think of the Molemart Caravan Emporium. I'm going to do a little bit more work on this, add a few more blocks underneath here. I'm going to repair that bit of foliage that I broke over there too. I just went on a whole rant about how we respect each other's stuff, and then I go and break someone's stuff, so I need to get that done. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do, my friends. You smackety-smack that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you smack that subscribe button. And remember, there are 4 other Kingdom Crafters other than me, so there is a ton of Kingdom Craft videos for you guys to watch. Go check out their channels, go and subscribe, go and support the Kingdom Craft cause, and I hope you guys are enjoying the series as much as I am. Anyway, my friends, this has been RENDOG playing Kingdom Craft SMP, and we will see you all in the next episode.